What is up, my clan? Welcome back to ClintusGames. We got some hot Destiny 2 Shadowkeep news coming at you right from Gamescom, going on in Germany right now. Bungie's there. They were on the main stage. They were on the Xbox stage, and they dropped not one, but two new trailers, one for Shadowkeep and one for the season of the Undying. Sounds like Bungie's doing something a little different this time around by separating the DLC with the season. Separate content. So Shadowkeep obviously is on the moon with a hive and these nightmares, and then we have the Vex coming back to the Black Garden for the new raid, and it looks like maybe the seasonal content as well. This trailer is sick. I know you guys can't hear it, but I'll have the link in the description down below for the original trailer on YouTube. You got to watch it. Listen to the music. It's the Black Garden music. It's bringing me back to the Black Garden. Seeing the Vex come alive like underwater, seeing like the Vex milk go inside the body and the frame and then illuminate the eye and like Transformer. Oh, dude, so sick. And then they come through the teleporter here, and they just kind of come through, and it's like, oh, there's there's all the Vex from the Black Garden. They're like all covered in like moss and plants growing on them. The Vex are my favorite race in Destiny, so I'm very, very excited to go back to the Black Garden and kick some Vex ass, not only in the raid, but in the seasonal content as well. Oh, baby. So excited. So excited. As I said, they dropped not one, but two different trailers. A new Shadowkeep trailer as well, showing some more cutscenes and more visuals from the moon. We hear Eris Morn talking. She actually gets on the comms, and like, oh man, like goosebumps from Dark Below, like hearing her on the comms. We see some more villains here in detail, right? We got Skolas, we got Omnigul, we got Gaul, we got Crota. More of the same. We got some visuals with some more weapons. We got lots of finishers here. This rocket launcher, though, is probably the thing that I'm most intrigued about. No doubt it's going to be an exotic. It shoots like little mini novas from like the Warlock Slova bomb. It shows like little like mini nova bombs. Very excited about that. But then again, you know, we know Two-Tailed Fox looks cool when it first came out as well, and you know how that kind of resulted. No one uses Two-Tailed Fox, so we'll see how well that gun looks. A lot of exotics are kind of like, they look cool, they sound cool, but you know, when it comes down to the actual numbers, will they actually do the work in the game? Again, lots of finishers here, lots of weapons. You can slow down the footage and look. Again, I'll have a link to the original video on YouTube down in the description down below if you want to watch it and hear it in its full entirety. But yeah, man, Shadowkeep and the Season of the Undying both dropping on October 1st, 2019. So excited. Bungie was on the Xbox stage for the first time in years. Obviously, since they've broken ties with Activision and their Sony partnership, they were able to kind of go wherever they wanted, and they were invited by Xbox, which is pretty awesome to see them on the green stage for the first time in many, many years. Deej and the game director are on stage and are asked about finishing moves, Armor 2.0 mods, and all that sort of thing. So there'll be some nice visuals here. I'll have a link to the original interview in the description down below if you want to go back, listen to what they're talking about and see things. You can slow down the video and pause certain parts of the video. But right now they're talking about the finishing moves. And so I kind of wanted to go on a couple of highlights here with the finishing moves. First and foremost, there'll be one for each class. They'll be unlocked at Shadowkeep launch. So you'll get a finishing move, one for each class right away, right? There's the Warlock, there's the Titan, here's the Hunter, boom. Looking pretty good. Oh yeah. But we did see, it looks like there's more than one. It looks like there's more than one. So they didn't say that there wasn't more than one. They just said there's one per class and you get them unlocked at launch. Hoping that there's more than just the one. If you look at the trailer, it looks like there is more than one. I've seen the Warlock kind of do like the push. I've seen the Titan do the punch. I've seen the Warlock, I'm sorry, the Hunter do the kind of spin with the knives. But I swear I saw one do like a kick. I don't know which one it was. I think it was a Titan. It did like a kick. But anyway, there's no cooldowns on these. You can do them as many times as you want. There will be a glow on the enemies when you know it's time to do a finishing move, and you can do a finishing move on any enemy except for the biggest bosses, like the raid bosses, the big bad guys. There's no finishing moves on them. There's also special mods that will work with your finishing moves, like the one they talked about right here on the screen, where when you do a finishing move, you drop a heavy ammo brick for each member of your fire team. However, it'll use half of your super. So there's like a pro and con to using those mods, and there's many more. There's ones that like will give you your health back, that sort of thing. We see a quick glimpse at the Mars map. We see a new exotic here for the hunters that make you invisible when you do a melee in PvP or do a finishing move in PvE. We also have a new activity here called Nightmare Hunt. Looks like there's 3 different difficulties that range from 860 to 950. And each one has more modifiers. The first 2 are matchmaking. The hardest difficulty is not. So taking a page out of the menagerie, which is great to see that they're giving you options for fire team to be either matchmade or not. There's also a first glimpse there of our seasonal artifact. And it looks like the way our seasonal artifact is going to work is you're going to be able to unlock mods and then pull those mods out of the artifact to put into your Armor 2.0. So again, they're really doubling down on the customization and letting you customize your Guardian. And it looks like the ones that come from the seasonal artifact are more specific to your fire team and like I said, a kind of a give and take, right? We'll give you this, but we're going to take that. And like I said, there's no cooldown on the finisher moves, but if we saw in the footage there were some other finisher moves that took some of this super, not necessarily half of it, but it takes some of it. So again, maybe there might be some mods that are like, hey, we'll regen some of your health, but we're going to take a little bit of your super back instead. On top of that, just lots of cool stuff here. We saw some new guns. Monte Carlo is obviously coming back. So very excited about this. Really excited about Armor 2.0. As I mentioned in my previous video, very excited about what's coming with Shadowkeep and Armor 2.0. And I know we don't even know everything. Again, link in the description down below for the original interview. If you want to hear all the tidbits of what they're talking about and all the details, you can go back and you can pause to look at all the different mods. They kind of brushed over it very quickly. You can obviously pause it to read all the differences. There's a lot of cool mods in there. Things that work in the raid, things that work with your fire team, things that work just for yourself. And again, I'm really excited about them doubling down and going all in, more towards this MMO feel, this RPG. And also, if you notice, the mods on the artifact do not have a elemental affinity. So that's one of the cool things, is not everything is going to be tied to that elemental affinity, right? There's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, look, they're pulling more. It looks like there's some ones with Vex icons. There's ones with the raid icons. Also, just to point out, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, they're separating the season with the DLC. So there's actually, if you notice on the Monte Carlo, there's actually a different icon. It looks like a Vex icon, which is probably going to go for the Season of the Undying versus the Shadowkeep logo on everything else. So lots more details to come, guys. We are a little over a month away from the launch of Shadowkeep and the Undying Mind. Let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited about, and I will see you guys in the future for some more videos.